What are these names, dude? We got ourselves Team Blue with a guy named Illiterate. I think somebody told him, hey, he was like, hey boys, what is the best spec of Shaman to play? And they were like, Elemental. But since he's illiterate, he can't read Elementals. He's like, alright, got 2 axes and 1 enhancement. Thinking of that. And Vulperalord with pants. What is this enhancement Shaman bonanza here? This man is ready to be Vulpera. We got a Vulperalord. We got a Literate here. We also got Lives. We also got ourselves Rakaji as a Feral and Twinkle Wink. Rakaji, please be out of stealth and out of counter for Melissa dueling. Save 3 for Twinkle Wink. Lives, keep your boast to yourself. We got ourselves Black Sabbath on Team Red with Chill Pills. Getting another go with Lupus in the back, Peachy, and Rogue. What class does he play? What class does Rogue play? Find out whenever he comes out of stealth and pops a Garrote. Find out, boys. Sap coming out into Literate. He is going to be going for a little bit of a different playstyle. He sees the enemy team mostly melee. He is going to go for an altered version of Enhancement Shaman defensive. The one that makes you immune to physical damage. That's going to be Vendetta coming out for Rogue immediately. Illiterate just going to pop into Ghost. We're just going to try to see if he can run away. Landing a stun into Illiterate behind while the Raptors attacking him. Forcing a trinket out of Rogue though. Illiterate is going to get himself quite a bit of healing. Is going to go for that defensive right now. Immediate defensive, but he's immune. You're popping all your bleeds on him while he's immune. Kid is shot, but he's immune to all damage, and it's such a long defensive. Oh my god, Rogue is just committing so much damage into immunity. It literally can't attack, but it is immune to all defensive. Big Sunder onto Rogue through Cloak or Shadows. Illiterate trying to see if he can min-max the damage. Does get himself a Thunderance Fury Totem out. Trying to get the Storm Strikes in. And Rogue not looking all the hell. The same trick coming out for Illiterate. Cheese Death coming out for Rogue. And Illiterate does take him out. Lupus is up next. Swapping out to that Beast Mastery. Trick coming out for Illiterate. And he might just have to send in Ghostwolf for a little bit longer here to deal with the damage coming out of Lupus. That's going to be quite a lot. This is a Beast Mastery this time. Not a marksman. So the pet is going to do quite a bit here. But like a marksman, line of sight of the hunter is still super important. Because the hunter needs to get the pedal riled up and ready to go. He needs to use... what is it called? Am I really forgetting Beastmaster abilities? He needs to use kill commands, obviously. He needs to use Cobra shots to get more kill commands, obviously. But he also needs to use Barb Shot. That's the one. Barb Shot, in order to get the pet smelling blood, get the pet riled up, get the pet wanting to attack, which will increase its auto attack speed as well. But as long as you're line of sighting, like, Illiterate is actually doing fine. He actually taking down Lupus's pet, interrupting him as he goes in for a resummon, getting the Ghost who's up and running as well. Could go for a big old setup. Sunder to stop Lupus from getting the new pet. Lupus actually in such a bad spot. Needs to go for a revive pet now, but that is a turtle shell out of him immediately. And Illiterate got quite a lot of cooldowns out of Lupus. No trinket, however, yet. Stun onto Illiterate. You're just going to have to take this damage to the face as Lupus gets this pet all ramped up and ready to go. He's going to get that Basilisk going. Blood of the enemy to follow. Illiterate is going to take a lot of damage here. He's going to go for a massive defensive. The only things that are hitting him is anything that is a magical hit. And that's going to be a freezing trap. That is going to be a magical hit to stop him in his tracks for a second. You look at that Dire Basilisk like, that's not looking all that healthy. Might want to get away from it. Instant raptor form, and Lupus sees a raptor, is like, yo, time to hunt. Lupus got some cooldowns rolling. He's using disengage to get offensive though, but he's going to try to use the kiting onto Illiterate as best as possible, keeping that concussive shot on him. Illiterate having to go into Ghost Wolf just to catch up to the hunter, and he's just gonna have to run through every single one of those traps. But Illiterate is looking quite healthy still. He's gonna go for a little bit of a berserk right now. Lust coming down, lots of haste available. Sunder onto Lupus, trying to get the storm strikes in, does get the rock biter at the end, and looking to catch a re-heal immediately as Black Sabbath is the next man approaching. Black Sabbath already got some cooldowns rolling. There's gonna be some shadowy blades available, getting some of those stuns into Illiterate, looking to end him in a moment. Illiterate doesn't really have a lot of defensives available, and down he goes. Not a lot you can do against a sub-rogue burst like that, especially being enhancement. You really don't stand a chance to begin with. Vulperalord is up next. And in the UI, it looks like Vulperalord has Cheat Death. It's not an actual Cheat Death, it's just kind of a bug. I think Twinkle Wink is the guy with Cheat Death, or maybe Rogue is the guy with Cheat Death, but it's kind of just maybe the guy from last duel had Cheat Death. which is probably likely because that was a whole team of rogues. One of them must have had cheat death. But that's a bug from last arena. Sap onto Vulperalord. Black Sabbath landing that shot. It's the trinket wall for Vulpera. Not even a cheap shot trinket. What was that? Vulperalord is going to get himself a counter-strike totem rolling. So Black Sabbath is going to deal quite a bit of damage to himself. Cloak of Shadow is coming out with advantage. Could have just killed the counter-strike, but actually saw the full ascendance out of Vulperalord. Did not want to deal with it at all. That's going to be a lot. That's going to be a 3-minute cooldown just out of the window. That's so tough. That is actually super tough. As an enhancement, trust me, I know how tough it is too. I know how tough it is. I actually been trying to get blood of the enemy for my enhancement shaman, and I've been saying you to learn how to PvP so I can win more games, and it's kind of tough. But that's going to be Vulperalord not able to trinket any stun anymore. Black Sabbath is just going to have his way with him. He is playing a blood of the enemy build. He's going for the big stuns. That's going to be a stun into Black Sabbath for a second. Vulperalord having to go for a hex, landing that hex into Black Sabbath. That's going to at least get some recovery on health. Sabbath not looking to trinket out of that at all. He can hit with a Sunder. It's going to bring him down quite a bit. Evasion is up, but Counter-Strike Totem is going to be eliminated immediately with those backstabs. Vulperalord still looking quite healthy though, for now. For now. He needs to get himself as much healing as humanly possible. Earth Shield, or the Chicken Nugget as I like to call it, still spinning, still orbiting around the guy as best as possible. Black Sabbath though, getting that Kidney Shot, Mark for Eviscerate, doesn't have Shadowy Blades though, or doesn't have, not Shadowy Blades, but doesn't have Shadow Step, or Shadow Dance. Just going to make it quite tough for him. Trying to sprint out of there though. But Vulperalord is not going to be able to catch up to him. Might have to go for an eye. Is going to get his Rock Boy up and running. Too bad that Rock Boy does like no damage. He's good at holding aggro. Like he's actually exceptionally good at holding aggro. If you're ever in Mythic Plus and Tank drips an aggro or someone starts hitting you, drop the Rock Boy. He never disappoints. That's going to be immediate wall for Vulperalord. Black Sabbath is going to go for some good damage here. So that's actually the perfect wall for Vulperalord. Getting a Counter-Strike Totem halfway through. Black Sabbath is going to Shadow Step and kill that totem. A Sunder does crash down on him. Vulperalord might actually be able to shrink it out of this blind immediately. Is he going for it? The Earth Elemental is actually at least keeping Black Sabbath in combat. He can't really shake that thing off, so that's an advantage over the Rock Boy. But look at his punches, man. It looks like he's actually beating up Black Sabbath quite a bit, but he's doing nothing really to him health-wise. And that's going to be Ghost Wolves up and running for Vulperalord. He's going to go for a bit of a bloodlust right now. Blood of the enemy coming out by Black Sabbath. Vulperalord could shrink it out of this. Does he have anything even if he did shrink it? Cheap shots on cheap shots coming out. Vulperalord is going to get a capacitor totem. Black Sabbath cloaking through it. And Vulperalord just looking to get the hell out of there. Does drop Earthbind totem. Not really going to slow Black Sabbath. Does go for a Shadow Meld. No dots on him though. He does have Shadow Blades. He's just going to get right back in. Vulperalord does have a trinket this time. With Counter-Strike Totem on the side, you probably should see the Counter-Strike, right? You can literally poke out, backstab, Counter-Strike Totem, and just go on. But is he not going to do it? Sunder coming out of Vulperalord, instantly trinketed that. I don't know if that was a good idea. Getting a shot to follow. This is where you wish you would have had a trinket. Black Sabbath trying to get as much damage up as possible. No blood of the enemy at least, so most of his damage is not used right here. It's a back and forth, and Black Sabbath just cannot finish this duel, but Vulperalord is quite low. Bloodlust coming out again. Evasion to fall for Black Sabbath. Thunder's Fury Totem is not going to help Vulperalord at all, though. He's just having to go for a self-heal. Might want to get that big chicken nugget around you again, man. Earthshield might need to come out because he's going to take a lot of damage. It's going to be a stun lock speed from the rogue. He's going to get himself the Counter-Strike Totem. Getting killed immediately. Getting a shot up. Didn't pre-wall this one though, so that was quite rough. Cheap shot, I think it's going to be the end. Black Sabbath might have it. Sundering coming out of Vulperalord immediately either way. Capacitor Totem does dodge it and does get a last few backstabs into Vulperalord to take him out for that duel, dude. Double enhancement back to back. Illiterate came in, played a hell of a game. Vulperalord came in, played quite a tough game, honestly, against a sub-rogue. And now Lives is up next. Black Sabbath, I feel like if you play the long game with Red Pally, you will definitely be able to kill him if you play super safe. But he is going to be down on cooldowns after fighting the enhancement. I feel like it took him, I don't want to say anything bad, but it felt like it took him quite a bit for the enhance. Was that Black Sabbath the one that picked up the eye right now? I hope he didn't, because he won't have advantage for this. But he's got some damage on the lives, though. Big blood of the enemy set up. Does he have advantage? He does have advantage, though. He can vanish out of it. So it was Lives the one that picked up the eye. Because the Black Sabbath picked up the eye, he would not be able to vanish. Sap onto Lives to try to go for a heal. Could interrupt him on the cast. Not going to happen as those wings are looking spooky. The Sabbath is going to back out of there and just wait. Does sap him. This is what Lives needs to go for wider corners, wider angles. Is Black Sabbath just going to open up on him? Shadow Strike, no Hodge coming out of the Paladin. Could be going for a Hodge to stop the rogues open every single time. Cheap shot to follow after that kidney shot. Does go for a Hodge. Instant trick coming out for Black Sabbath. but he's not catching a reset. He's just staying in there. Lives, if you have yourself a set of wings right now, this would be perfect. Blind onto Lives. He bops it. Looking to maybe get offensive here. Black Sabbath could go for a shadow step. He does land it. He even gets himself a shadow melt off too. So for Lives, it's a pretty big defensive just used out of nowhere. And his Shield Avenger should be down too. Black Sabbath needs to make a play right now. He needs to make a play. Unless Lives has wings. Does have blood of the enemy. If this is not Forge Bubble, I don't know what will. Lives getting a Hodge onto Black Sabbath. Does not have a set of wings though. Playing super defensive. Does have wings at this point. Could be a Cloak of Shadows for Black Sabbath with an evasion. Does only go for evasion. Was that not a Mally? Was that not a Mally? I thought he hit him with a Mally for a second. Cloak of Shadows coming out for Black Sabbath right now. Lives has full set of wings for this one. That's quite a bit of damage. Cannot quite catch up to the Rogue easily. Getting Shadow Stepped on again, dude. Getting juked out, man. The jukes out of Black Sabbath. Did not force a bubble out of Lives though. He does have a trinket, so that's quite bad for the Rogue. Since it doesn't have like any sustained damage. Whatever burst he has going on was not enough. Does he really want to go mark for the cheap shot every time? I feel like, oh, Kidney Shot. I think like cheap shots could be quite as good, if not better. Nightblade, cheap shot, Shadow Strike, Dance Eviscerate, Shadow Strike, cheap shot, Eviscerate, mark for death, Eviscerate. Maybe mark for death, Eviscerate, Shadow Strike, cheap shot. It's a whole thing, dude. It's a whole thing. Minute left on that Cloak of Shadows. Lives only has a bubble. So he has a set of wings. He might be able to make something to work here. Hodge onto Black Sabbath. He trick inside of it immediately. Lives. Might want to just go for setup wings. Does get Executor Sentence onto Black Sabbath. They're just looking to run away from the guy. Looking to catch a flash of light. Not going to get interrupted on that Shadow Step. Needs to get himself just a little bit more damage. Blood of the enemy coming out for Black Sabbath. Lives just might have to bubble this right now. Yep, gonna have to bubble it. Black Sabbath has no way out unless he goes for Shadow Melt. He does Shadow Melt. Shadow Stepping past Lives. He is out in the open. Lives could maybe try to see if he can get a Hodge on the Black Sabbath. He's not gonna go for a huge offensive. Actually letting Black Sabbath catch a reset. Sab to follow. Could have gotten interrupted on that heal just now. No Hodge would have been available right after Black Sabbath if he has any comp points ready right now. This would be a perfect time to go in and really hammer down Lives. He's going to get a Shadow Strike, Nightblade to follow. Lives gets wings, but he does not go for a Hodge. That would have been a perfect time to just go for immediate Hodge. But he's going for more of a setup, dude. Taking too many Globus to set up. Blind onto Lives right now. He has no way out of this. Black Sabbath just looking for a full reset. Just finish off Lives without ever having to even counter the guy. Probably still has comp points from there, doesn't he? If he has comp points right now, he'll get a Nightblade immediately into a stun. It'll actually do a lot of damage. Shadow Striking. Lives goes for the one global he needs, and that is a Shield of Vengeance Force, and Black Sabbath back for a second. Could Shadow Step interrupt this if you want to. Actually just gonna run. Lives does have a trinket back up, so you can trinket one of the stuns from Black Sabbath. Black, however, does have every defensive available. That minus a trinket. Is he actually gonna wait 30 seconds for? He might as well, right? He might as well. Like, it's 30 seconds. He can wait, be patient. What is Lives gonna get? What kill does he gonna get? Might be fine. Shadow Strike and Nightblading. Lives is not going for a stun. Cheap Shot's Blood of the Name comes out. Trinket's out of it. More damage coming out. Black Sabbath still has 10 seconds on Trinket. Lives trying to min-max as much damage as he can. Not going to be able to do too much. Black Sabbath is super low in health. And he does get taken down by the Rogue. Sap onto Rakaji. Not even going to be able to get an opener onto the Rogue. That was a lot of cooldowns committed by Black Sabbath. We are to the 30-minute mark. 51% dampening, boys. The amount of damage this Rogue has taken is very, very, very little. But the amount of time he had to spend just to get himself to this position, quite a bit though. And dampening is only going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, in a sense, it actually helps him, right? That means he can do hit and runs and catch a full reset, wait it out. The enemy has no way to self-heal really. So now, ooh, immediate stun into Black Sabbath, force of the trinket out of the Rogue. Cheap Shot coming out for Rakaji, trinket's out of it as well. Cloak of Shadows coming out for Sabbath. He's just trying to min-max the damage into Rakaji. It's actually going to catch a resell for a second. Rakaji, does he get a Moonfire on the guy? He does have a bleed on him. He does have Azeroth procs flying at the guy. If he can keep him out in combat, that might be good. Rakaji looking for the dude, but can't quite get to him. Sees him. Should probably Moonfire him. Trying to see if he can cut him off. Sees him for a second. Does swipe him out. Sabbath is looking for a bit of a cheap shot. Is going to go for a bit of damage right now. Could go for a blind right after. Maybe a cheap shot after. Trying to get this eviscerates him. Evasion. You're just going to sit there with evasion and slam those shadow strikes. So backstabs and Rakaji actually goes for blind instead. I don't know if you want to commit both of those cooldowns into one person like that. You have the evasion and then maybe blind right after him. Or you're just blind immediately and catch a full reset. Try to get an blade, but he's in bear form. Stun coming out onto Black Stab with Rakaji. He's just gonna stay in there, in the face. Thorns up, trying to do as much damage as he can. Letting Thorns do work. Black Stab does not have a cloak of shadow. His blood of the enemy is up. Does he do anything? No, the Thorns actually taking you out. Why are you pressing blood of the enemy and just committing so much damage? He played so carefully. The rest of the duels and one he slips up on. Oh my god, the Thorn. Rakaji was right to just go in aggressive there, dude. Rakaji was right to just go in aggressive. And Chillpill's just gonna have to grab some flopping fish and look for the guy. That's all he can do, dude. He got his flopping fish. He's got his beach shorts up and running. He's just looking for the dude. Come on, Rakaji, that's fish, man. That should be your favorite. You're a cat after all. Maybe that's why he shows the weapon. He's like, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Rakaji's like, resist. Resist. That's going to be 15 minutes and 65% dampening. And Rakaji, oh, flagging the rogue just to add a bit of insult to injury. Chillpill's trinketing out of that stun. Is going to have to go for a little bit of a DR, a little bit of a, not DR, but GCD lock with all of his cooldowns just to get some damage rolling. That stun into GCDs. By the time the stun is over, Rakaji is already running. Chillpill's just trying to stay on the guy as best as possible. Does go for a grip. Chain of Ice right after. He's hit with that root though. And Rakaji looking like he'll be able to get himself quite a bit of healing back. Try to get himself a little bit of that Remorseless Winter rolling. Couldn't quite do it. I feel like he might as well just go for Remorseless Winter stun. I feel like that might be better. Just because it comes in on its own, and if you can maintain on top of a guy, like you don't need to spend a global to landing yourself a strangulate. And looks like Rakaji is burning through every defensive available, just trying to get away from chills. But looks like he might be going down for the count. Very well played, did his best. And Twinkle Wink is the last man standing. Are we seeing an Assassination rogue here? Are we seeing a sub rogue? It is going to be Assassination, so hopefully less result. Hopefully just more raw damage. Is he going to go for Vendetta? He isn't. He's going to go for a full stun lock setup. Try to get away. Twinkle Wink does get hit with a snowball though. It does do quite a bit of damage. MS up for Chillpills for a little bit. Let's go for a little bit of a death pact immediately, trying just to have a health pool rolling, but that's going to be Vendetta out of Twinkle Wink with an evasion, just trying to backpedal to victory away from Chillpills. If Chillpills go down, it's going to be Peachy up next. He's already cowering from the rogue. He's like, I don't want to do it. Or maybe just afraid for Chillpills, seeing how low his health is. Transfusion coming out for Chills into a blind by the rogue, and looks like, oh my god, that one poison dagger, dude, that one poison throw. The one knife throw into the gut takes Chillpills out, dude. He must have had a trinket, like a battle guard, battle master trinket. I don't know what you call it, but like one that increases your health pool, and it just like just faded away, and just one throw in the gut, done. Twinkle Wink looks like he's ready to go, man. He got every cooldown available. He got every defensive, every offensive. Peachy's gonna have a full go with the guy. It's gonna be Kidney Shot onto Peachy. Bash trinketed by Twinkle Wink. It's gonna be Mally with a Vendetta rolling. Peachy having to trinket that stun very, very late though. Actually might have put himself in an unwinnable position as evasion comes up for Twinkle Wink. Kid him and bash the guy. Trying to see if he can catch a reset, maybe get a stun onto Twinkle Wink. Gonna be cheap shot to follow as Twinkle Wink goes for a vanish. Another cheap shot right after Peachy having to wall this. Might need to go for as much healing as possible. 88% dampening. Blind onto Peachy. No trinket available. I think this game, unless Twinkle Wink makes a mistake, makes a really, really poor mistake, this is going to be over. Peachy, if he goes for a Garrode, you can bash him maybe. That's about all I can think of. Peachy might have a chance here. Does he go for a Rupture? Mark for the Kidney Shot. Toxic Blade to follow. Not a lot he can really do. Down he goes. He played that as clean as he could. Damn, that was a long ass game, but Team Twinkle Wink wins that one. God damn, boys. God damn, you guys are making these games so long.